Okay, so it just pretty much did what I didn't want it to do. Hold on, y'all. Let me. There we go. All right. Let me get my chat on real quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. I want to make sure. All right, the audio is good. What's going on, everybody? Happy Mother's Day, man. Today is Mother's Day. Hope everybody's day is going well so far. I just got to tune into my cousin preaching, man. He did a phenomenal job. If you guys get a chance, go check out Frank L. Dickerson on Facebook. He did a nice little live for all the mothers out there, man. Dope. But I wanted to get into this video from Kevin Samuels. So this is a young lady. She's a mother. She does have children or whatever, but she's going through some things, man. She's going through some things, and I believe that, there we go. Oftentimes, when people see Kevin Samuels content, they always thought that he was being extremely harsh when that was not the case. In a lot of different instances that I've seen, on his show, he helped a lot of people. And I don't think videos like this are highlighted enough, you know, as mothers. You know, women have to go through a lot of different things. And, I think it's oftentimes overlooked when certain women, like, I'm not just talking about, chicks that are out here just sleeping around with different men or whatever, but certain women that get with certain guys and they are committed to those guys, and for whatever reason, that guy's taken away from you. Like, to those women that understand that being a mother and go above and beyond by being that nurturer, that young lady that understands the importance of structure, that is willing to put their children's needs before their own. Those type of women. I believe that Mother's Day is for those type of women. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to those young women that are not out here just busting it down for every single ass guy that they meet. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. Hold on, y'all. I'm hoping that this live stream goes well today. Y'all just bear with me. I did say that I was gonna use StreamYard. We're gonna see, man. EB Mux, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna leave a bad review. I'm gonna turn it to Karen on y'all, but all right, let's see. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. Everything looks pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this volume up a little bit. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. And again, this is from Kevin Samuels. All right, this is a Kevin Samuels video. Here we go.
Did you spend Valentine's Day by yourself?
Yes, I did. Not because I wanted.
You and your daughter?
Me, I have a son too. Yeah.
Okay, 2 kids.
So she has 2 kids. She got a son and she has a daughter. And she said that she spent Valentine's Day by herself.
Oh my
God. You just did that 1 + 1 is 2.
1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
Okay, you didn't want to. How old are you?
I'll be 32 on the 28th.
Yeah, get out of the comment section. Get out of the comments. Y'all be 20.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just funny to me. Yeah. But I mean, I'm interested, but that's cool. That's fine. Now I'll be 32 on the 28th of this month.
She'll be 32.
Okay.
She got 2 kids.
Were you married to their father? Is it? Yeah.
Child.
You have 2 kids by the same man.
Yes.
All right, so keep that in mind as well. So she's 32 with 2 children, but she had both of her children by the same guy. All right, and she spent Valentine's Day by herself. Just remember all of this information. All right.
Okay.
We were married. I married him when I was like
So she was, in fact, married to the father of her children. All right.
22. We were married like 10 years, but he was murdered 2 years ago.
She was married for 10 years. All right.
But we had split up right before he was murdered. So living that lifestyle. So that's why we separated, because I had to do what was best for me and my kids, and I'm like, that's not a safe life.
Although I will say this, you know what I mean? I have a lot of respect for this young lady, but she did say that she separated, but I'm pretty sure that he was probably living that lifestyle before you two got together. So, this should have been taken into consideration before you had children by this guy, before you got involved with this guy, before y'all had children and before y'all got married. Like you should have, considered that before, but again, still respect the fact that with all of the information that has been given so far, still got some respect for this young lady. A lot of respect.
What? Street lifestyle?
Right.
Were you in it too? Don't knock on yourself. All right.
Oh no, I wasn't. The tattoos might throw you off, but I'm really not. No.
I don't know why I ask questions. I don't make a judgment. But you were married for 10 years. About then before he got murdered. Sorry to hear that. Was he always in that life?
Pretty much. I would say pretty much. He did. My story should be a movie, like a Tyler Perry movie. Okay. He did 9 years. So he was in prison from age like 17 to 27, and then, but I known him since 9 years old, and then we ended up
So this is basically almost like a childhood friend, somebody that she has known, since she was a child or whatever. They grew up, had a crush on each other, got married, had children, Again, it's unfortunate this young man is not here anymore, man, but, man.
Having a very supportive family and very intact family, like I was out there young and not knowing what I'm doing. So that's how I ended up getting involved with him. And ended up getting married.
But, hold on.
Hold on one second, man. Shout out to Kev. That boy fresh with the all white on, man. Fresh.
You knew he was in the street life.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I didn't know. Like when I was dating him, when he was incarcerated.
When you were dating him, what?
When she was dating him, when he was incarcerated. We know. You know.
You
found out hold on. You knew he was in the street life before you got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
All right, then that's all I'm concerned.
And I ended up. Okay.
Let me because I don't know if there's a delay with the Bluetooth or not, so you might want to take that off.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay.
Because you're how old?
30.
I'll be 32 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
32, and your ex is dead, and you have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, you said you spent this Valentine's Day by yourself, and you didn't want to. And my thing is, I say this on my YouTube show: the world does not owe you or me understanding. They don't care. The world doesn't care.
Right.
And if you're out here.
Pay attention. I want to continue to put this out here. This is not a bad-looking young lady. She could probably have a guy just like that, but she still chose to spend Valentine's Day by herself.
And do you want to have more kids?
No, I don't. I'm open to it, but I really don't. It's a lot of, it's hard work, But if I find a man that you described that, wants to take care of the home, and I'd be basically his support system and do my house duties, housewife, like, I wouldn't mind having another kid under those circumstances.
Okay. Were you raised to be a housewife?
I wasn't, but growing up, I pretty much was been on my own since 16. My mom, she was on and off.
All right, so basically what he's trying to get her to understand, were you raised to be a wife? Do you understand what it is to be a wife? And what she's doing right now is basically just saying, no, but I know how to survive as an individual. You know, when you become a wife, do you know the importance of a team, like really supporting somebody or whatever? And I don't think that most young ladies really understand what it is to be a wife, to be under, how can I put this? To be under somebody's umbrella or whatever, you know, because in when you're married, you are given away by somebody, all right? Which means you belong to that young man now. Understanding that, you know, of course, yeah, the doing housely duties, which she spoke of or whatever, you know, possibly having another child or more children, you know, all of that is fine and dandy. But it's certain things, like different things that you should have been taught growing up if you want to live that life, if you want to be a wife, there's certain things that your mother, or you know, if you didn't necessarily grow up around your mother, there's certain things that women around you should have taught you when it comes to living and being with a man. And a lot of young ladies don't understand that.
On drugs. She passed away in 2010. Right before she passed away, she was clean the longest. Like for it was 5 years. Nobody thought she would ever do drugs again. I had was just about to, I think I just had graduated high school, and then when she relapsed, I had to take. Well, I didn't have to, but I did.
What was her drug of choice?
Say that again.
What was her drug of choice?
Okay.
I don't even know. That's what's crazy. It's a
Crack,
lot of stuff I don't
meth.
know. I know.
Was she an IV drug user? Was she an IV drug user? Okay, you need to check your speaker.
No, she was pipe. I know. I seen her do that one time. That was the last time she relaxed when she did that. And then when I got my first credit card, I had to move.
She's giving a lot of information. So, unfortunately, her mother was on drugs. So,
okay, so let me slow down. Ma'am.
Sorry.
Check your Instagram. Make sure, because it seems like you're having a problem hearing me. There must be a delay or something.
I can hear you. You can
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can. Okay. So, have you ever sat down with a counselor or a therapist?
No, I have not.
You need to.
I agree.
and he's not saying that, you know, just to be saying that. He's listened to her speak, listened to her talk, and she has had a lot of death around her. And a lot of people don't realize, but that is a lot of trauma. That's a lot of baggage that this young lady is carrying around. And you don't just need to go and speak and talk to your friends and think that it's okay. No, you need to go seek a professional. All right, a professional that's going to help you navigate and get through, talk those feelings out, and eventually get to the point where you don't need them anymore. You're not supposed to be in therapy or take therapy for freaking 5, 10, 15 plus years. That therapist should help you get to a point where you no longer need them anymore.
And
Like
I
tomorrow.
actually, yeah.
It's not an insult. It's not an insult, man, because even right here, you have a lot you want to get out.
Right.
You're 32 years old with 2 kids, and your mother's passed, your ex has passed, and as tragic as that is, you're still here. And you're going to have to figure out how you're going to get from 32 to the grave.
My bad, survivor's guilt. People do have that, man, survivor's guilt.
And have a life worth living and thriving. You can't undo what you've already had done up to this point. Plus, you have a boy and a girl who are relying on you, so you need to be able to sit down with somebody to get all this stuff out of your mind, process it, make peace with it, and move forward. If you ever want to have anything with a man, family, or anything else like that down in the future, because the world doesn't owe you or me understanding.
Again, before you move on or get into again, and I listen, it is unfortunate that this young lady chose to get with uh, a guy that's no longer here, that was in that type of lifestyle. That is very, very unfortunate. But the fact that she was willing to commit to him, and they were not just in a relationship, but in a marriage for, I want to, what did she say, like a decade? So she honestly tried for a decade. And again, that guy is no longer here. She don't have anybody on her arm right now. You know, it sounds to me like she's just focusing on, her children or whatever. And again, I cannot stress this enough, man. There is nothing wrong with going to a therapist, seeking help from a professional. And what Kevin right now, what he is doing right now is just trying to tell her, listen, you seem like you have a lot like on your mind. You have a lot on your mind, you have a lot on your plate. You've been through so freaking much. And honestly, I am not the person to help you get through those things. I'm not the person that's gonna, be able to sit here, listen, and help you navigate and get through those things. Like I can point you in the right direction where you need to go from here. And hopefully, you take those steps and move forward with that. But you are battling, like you can tell it's an internal battle right now that she's having with herself. And she needs to be able to get that out somewhere. And that does not mean that you go to your friends and tell them all of your business. All right? Go to your mom. It's you can go seek therapy. There are plenty of ways. A lot of people are always thinking that it's extremely expensive. That's some bull. Most people haven't even did the research. Most people haven't even looked and seen if there is a cheaper way or if there is a free way. And if you have a job, if you are working a 9 to 5 job, I promise you, if you go to HR, go to your manager or whatever, I guarantee they will point you in the right direction where you'll be able to talk your issues out with a professional. But again, most people don't do that research.
That's all I'm saying. So, um,
I had a question.
and without doing that, jumping into a relationship,
You're bringing old baggage into a new relationship.
without getting your mind right, it was just a placebo. Sex ain't gonna make it go away. Money ain't gonna make it go away. There ain't enough happiness to fill the holes.
Nope.
Yeah, and what you're saying, I still agree with you saying I need a therapist. But after because my grandma, she's the one who really raised me, and she instilled, and my mom too. I don't know if it's okay to be spiritual here. Like I'm believing God and Jesus Christ, and I got close. I had built a relationship with him, and like even though I went through all that, like I'm not using that as like a pity, anything, have a pity party, I'm like
you feel the relationship with Christ? Okay.
Yeah. So okay. I actually I had a lot of losses, even more than that, but it took when my cousin, she was only 29, she was a beautiful soul. Like she sent everybody scriptures in the morning, and when she passed away, she had just got something removed from her armpit, took her medicine, and didn't wake up. And when she died, that's when.
Wow. That's crazy. That's so her cousin, her ex-husband, and her mom. Her ex and her cousin at a very, very young age. Then her mom, I'm not sure how old her mom was. This is crazy.
When I prayed to God that He let me know.
Man, I was baptized at 5 years old. I was baptized at 5. I believe, but there's a spiritual component of life, and there's a practical component of life. This part I'm talking about has nothing to do with the spiritual component. There's some practical things going on,
okay,
mentally, because you've had a tremendous amount of death and loss that is hard to process. And especially without a familial support system. Your faith is fine, but we are on this planet and we are fallen. So the best thing to do would be able to go sit down and talk to somebody.
And listen, man, she seems like she is a beautiful person inside and out, man. That's what's unfortunate, man. She's not one of these young ladies that's extreme. Well, she doesn't seem like one of these young ladies that's extremely loud. You know, not looking to point the blame at anybody. Because if you go back and you listen to this video, she listen. I take full accountability. You know, I'm not saying that this. I'm using that as a crutch or anything like that. I completely understand. She's agreeing with everything that Kevin is saying. She's listening. You know, she's open to hopefully going to go seek the help or whatever. Not one thing that she has said, not one thing that he has said, she has disagreed with. And you cannot tell me that this guy wasn't honestly trying to help. Just look at this. Pay really, really close attention to this video. Everybody pay close attention, especially those people that were saying that he was just on here to bash black women. Does it seem like he's bashing her? Honestly.
To help you process all of this so you can live a fulfilled life.
And it's like you know how you say like women, like even I was watching the other lady and like they have that, like you know they have a man who wants to take care of the household, then they just be like on their high horse, or they have a different mentality, you know, the generational curse. I believe the way everybody's beliefs are like it's the opposite of what it's supposed to be. So I've dated like two older guys, and I just got out of a relationship with an older guy. He was about to be 40, and it's like amazing. Like their mindset is just like crazy, you know. Like he was very manipulative and bit like emotionally and verbally abusive, and it's like I know how to, because I've been so independent. Like I know I'm like I got the disease to please, so like I know how to cater to my partner, you know, and do what I need to do on my end, you know.
See, here's the thing, man, because again, just listening to her speak, and she said that she basically has a desire to please. Understand this, that everybody does not have your best interests at heart, right? And when you lead with stuff like this, there are some people out there, men and women, that are like vultures, and they will use that to manipulate you, right? And I'm gonna let her finish before I get my.
But I've never had anybody like willy nilly like take care of me, you know. But I would be open to it. It's like I know you said, I think you said the percentage is like 80% of the like successful men or the men, you know, and that they're single. Like, are these men, are they gonna stay single? You know, are they even looking to wife somebody? You know, and it's like
yeah, most of them do.
Absolutely, most guys would absolutely love to be committed to one person.
We've been told that men don't want to get married. That's not true.
I'm gonna say this, Kevin. Listen, my bad. The way, and then this was, I don't want to say this was like a year or two ago, right? But more data and statistics is put in front of us every single day, and I believe that a lot of guys, they love the thought of marriage and they love the thought of getting married, but based on, what do they say, like 70% of the women are leaving and filing for divorce, and over half of those women that are ending the marriage, they take more than half of that guy's stuff, or at least half of that guy's stuff. It's like, yo, you left. And I don't believe that most guys in this day and age want to be married based on those circumstances. Like the idea of marriage, absolutely beautiful. Yes, sign me up. But again, men are logical thinkers. And then when you think about, the possibility the possibilities of what could happen, and looking at the numbers, is this a logical thing to do? Honestly, I don't think so. I think most men would just rather just stay committed to that young lady, and why we got to put a title on that thing.
But let me back up.
Okay.
Um, in your state where you're broken, you're going to attract. It's easier to attract predators.
Hmm. I said
Well,
vultures, predators, same
That's
thing.
why I'm saying you need therapy because whatever your desire to please,
They can be used against you.
that may be there, but you're going to have an unhealthy expression of it because you attract predators. Even in the short period of time that we've been together, you said a lot of things that,
A douchebag could honestly use against you.
given to the wrong person
Yep,
with bad intent, they could use it against you to get closer to you.
absolutely.
That's not me. But what I'm saying is,
My bad. I
there's a
didn't.
way to be open and to tell people who you are without becoming vulnerable to them.
Yeah.
And the way you don't become vulnerable to them is understand yourself. There's no reason.
And that's the reason why this young lady needs to go seek some therapy, because again, that therapist, and you also got to be careful. You got to be careful about who you choose to be your therapist, because there are a lot of therapists out there that's giving bad information, bad advice, and good grief, man. Just listening to that young lady on TikTok, the way that she was speaking, the young lady that lost her job, that was speaking bad about men or whatever. You have to honestly vet that therapist. Don't just believe that every therapist is good at their job and they're going to help you. All right. Same thing goes for like relationships, friendships, all those other things, man. You don't want to pick the wrong one, because what that's going to end up doing is this going to end up setting you back even further because you didn't vet correctly. All right. So just also be careful about that as well, man.
To stop the tears and wiping them back and everything. They're supposed to cry. We tell
Absolutely.
people that you can't cry, you gotta stay strong. That's bullshit.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Listen, especially, I'm not just, but especially women. You are supposed to be emotional. That is okay. Again, this is Mother's Day, man, so I want to mainly speak to the women. It is okay for you to be emotional. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to express your emotions. Just do not be one of those people that think you're supposed to express yourself through, putting your hands on someone. All right, that's not the way to go about things. All right, again, it's okay to cry. It's okay to use your words to communicate, the way that you are feeling. That is honestly the best way to get through whatever it is that you're trying to get through emotionally. To talk, to speak.
But there's a way that you need to do it for you to where you understand that I've been through a lot. Life has been hard. It's had its challenges. Some of it's unfair. But if you believe, there's stories throughout the Bible to reaffirm your faith, but you still have to go down your path. Your path is your path. And I know a lot of times believers don't want to go we want to just pray and go into the closet, and it's not for us to wrestle with God. It's for us to submit to the things that we have out here already. So
You tell me all that information is not honestly trying to help this young lady. Please, somebody, please tell me it doesn't seem like he's honestly trying to help her.
even if you can't afford it, there are people who will sit back and give you most consultations with life coaches, but I actually would recommend an actual a psychiatrist, somebody who can diagnose depression, bipolar disorder. People, difference is somebody who can actually prescribe medication, even short term.
Mm, uh, honestly, man, I don't believe in medicine and medications like that. Like, again, I'm not a professional. All right, this is not my field in any type of way. But just based on what I am seeing and hearing from this young lady, I don't believe that she is one of those people that needs medications or anything like that. I don't. But again, this is not my profession. I'm just saying.
Uh, like Prozac, Zoloft, antidepressants, because these things can tend to help even 30, 60, 90 days just to get you kind of level to where you can kind of see clear for the first time.
And that's the reason why I don't think that using drugs is going to help you see things clear. So that's the only thing that I would say that I disagree with. I don't think that using any of those things are going to help you see things clear. If anything, I believe that it's going to cloud, your judgment, or it'll just, knock you out or mellow you out or whatever. But yeah, I don't think that that is a solution, even short term.
Don't close off any doors because of, that you don't know or the stigma of it. And the purpose is to just understand who you are, where you are. It's not to stay involved with a therapist or a counselor for 20 to 30 years.
There we go.
It's just to get you on the path
There we
to
go.
where you can actually go forward into life and not be so heavy or so burdened all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That makes sense?
You know, it
People often
makes
they
sense.
offer, you know, uh, and they offer, and often you just get online and just search psychiatrists or life coaches or psychiatrists or things like that in your zip code.
Yeah.
Just go online and you should see a lot of different ones come up. And most people, most therapists offer free initial consultation.
Yep.
And you get and go sit down with somebody and talk to them, or
A professional.
online, how they do it nowadays.
Yep.
And if
They
you
got
feel that
apps for
person's comfortable, see them. If not, try somebody else.
Again, that's what I was talking about, vetting and making sure you have the right type of therapist that's going to honestly help you to get through those things. And then, listen, the information that is out here now is so freaking easy now compared to what it was 10, 15 years ago. You have no excuse now. Information is really in the palm of your hand now. It is that freaking easy. We always have these phones, tablets, we're on these computers or whatever. You can easily go on Google and pull this information up. You can easily download an app and pull these things up. Go on YouTube and figure out like what would be the best way for it is plenty of ways for you to figure out and find this information.
And folks are willing to make payment plans and work with folks, whether or not your insurance paid for it or not. But this is something that I really think you need to do for yourself.
Absolutely.
And for your kids, so you can be the best mother you can be for them because they're relying on you.
That is pretty much like bringing that thing back full circle. Understand this: when you are going through things, believe it or not, your children feel that. They understand it. When you are going through things, kids are their minds, their brains are like sponges. Their eyeballs are always open. They are always watching you. All right. This is why it's so freaking important for us to seek and get that help. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a band with you guys right now. You have to really look at the people that are in your life right now and ask yourself, what value are these people around me? Like, what value are they adding in my life that's going to help benefit me long term? Stop thinking about the short term thing. Are these people honestly benefiting me long term? Like speaking and talking to them, like are they pouring into me? Am I point like what real benefit am I getting from this friendship, from this relationship that's going to help benefit me long term? All right. And also you also have to look at where these people are in their lives. Are these people, doing the things that they should be doing, that they need to do to get to wherever it is that they're trying to get to? What dreams, what goals do they have for themselves? Are these the type of people that stay stuck and complacent and they're barely moving the needle? Are those people that you really want to be around? And more often than not, I'm gonna say, yo, if we keep it a band, most of the people that you guys are around right now, you need to distance yourself from them. Because what that is doing is right now you have a ceiling, you have a cap on you because of the people that you have around you, the people that are in your circle. You have so much potential to be so much better, do greater, do better things. But like they said, man, your network is your net worth. And everything that you are doing right now, the people that you are spending your time with right now, is either going to, I mean, you're going to look at yourself in like 5 years. What have I done, honestly, in 5 years that was really like beneficial towards me? What the freak have I been doing? That's why I always talk about, we really need to focus mentally. Well, my bad. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. You look at those friends right now. Are they helping you in those when you look at those four things, are they helping you in any type of way? Are they helping themselves in any type of way? Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. Are they assets? In more cases than not, I don't believe that they are, man. I believe that a lot of people out there, like you guys are phenomenal. Women, right now, you are phenomenal. A lot of people don't realize how strong and how powerful they are. And the reason is you're not realizing your full potential is because of the people that you are around. You knew better. You know better, so you need to do better. It's not easy, man.
Right.
Do me a favor, Tony.
And again, man, you can look at and tell this is not a difficult person in any type of way. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. My heart honestly goes out to people like this, right? That's willing to call in, willing to have the conversation, willing to listen, willing to take that information and hopefully help the situation that they are in right now. Because you got so many people that have been doing the same thing over and over again, and you give them a solution and they do not want to take that information, even though they know if they continue to do what they are doing, it's not going to work. It has not worked. But people that are coming to you because they're honestly they want your opinion, and hopefully they want your help, and they're going to use whatever information that you give them to help. And again, from this little segment, this little clip that Kevin put on his page, man, this young lady does not seem like one of those modern day type of chicks with that modern day mindset. I mean, just look at her. No weave. Don't look like she have on any makeup. No eyelashes. None of that, lipstick, buttload of make. None of that stuff. Came on here herself. Has been completely honest from what it seems like. Completely authentic. And again, heart goes out to people like this.
Here is a message function on Instagram. Message me and just let me know that you did book your appointment. Can you do that?
How many people has he honestly did this for? Listen, she called in with a problem. He gave her what he believes, based on his professional opinion or whatever, after listening to her talk. He has given her a solution. And he wants her to follow up with him. Message me and let me know that you did book your appointment. Message me and let me know that you booked your appointment. That's it. I just want to make sure that you at least did that. This guy has almost 2 million subscribers. He had over a million, I believe, at this time. Everything that he got going on right now, this man's time is very, very valuable. But the fact that he said, listen, I want you to message me on Instagram and let me know that you booked your appointment.
Yes.
I don't need to know who you booked it with. I just need to know that you did it.
Okay.
You gonna do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm a man of my word.
Huh. All right.
For sure, though.
All right, young lady. Good night.
Yeah.
I'm tripping though. She said I was a man of my word. I can't get. But yo, man, I honestly, I just wanted to do this, man, and I don't even know what this young lady. I'm just gonna continue to call her this young lady. But yeah, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. Let me go ahead and make myself big again. Boom. There we go. All right, man. But yeah, so this was just a little clip for Mother's Day, man, just to let all the young ladies out there know, you know, if you are mother, the wife, or you got kids, it is okay for you to be emotional. It is okay for you to seek some help, therapy, or whatever from the right type of people. And I understand that life is not easy, but it is still up to you to go seek and get the help, the professional help that you honestly need for yourself. Because there are other people that are dependent on you. All right, those either that kid or those children are dependent on you. All right. Much love, man. Much love, much respect to all the mothers out there, man. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy your day. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you can get outside. It don't look like it's gonna rain today. Hopefully, it's not gonna rain in your city or your state or whatever, man. You guys can get out, enjoy yourself. Take a day, man, because you deserve it. All right. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.